do you have tips to reduce the time to market? The time it takes to get a Udemy course to the market. Do you have tips?
How quickly you can get your course published?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's 30 days, 15 days, 60 days, but can you, when it's 30 days, what are the tips to get to the 30 days? It's already an accomplishment, I guess, but perhaps you have tips to speed up the process.
Oh, do you mean of the creating of the course or of the approval process?
No, the creation.
Oh, yeah. Dave's course.
Well, actually, that's true. My course teaches you. It teaches you the process of getting your course done very quickly, because I've been creating information products for about 15 years. So way before I started on Udemy, I already had a system down for how to quickly create courses and create information products. So when I came to Udemy, that's why I have 30 courses, because I'm used to doing a lot of courses in a short period of time. So my course, the Udemy course creation course, let me post a little link here. That'll introduce you to my Udemy catalog, so to speak. You know, it'll introduce you to that. But the bottom line is, what I do is I'll make a list. I'll start with a list of the questions that people have about my topic. I'll start with a working title. This isn't the list, but just to give you an idea. Then I'll start with an introduction, and then I'll start writing out, like, what are the main questions people are going to have about this topic. Now, if you've been involved in your particular niche for a while, you already know all the questions people have, right? But you want to really sit down and brainstorm, what questions could people possibly have, and then what question would be the next question after they ask that question, and what's the next question that leads to. And the idea is to build out a flow of questions that makes sense one right after the other. Once I have the list of questions, I actually have another pad here with a course that I'm actually working on. Then what I do is I number them, because sometimes you're a little off. You know, you might have put a topic down here that should be closer to the top, right? So then I'll number them, and then what I'll do is I'll open up PowerPoint, and I'll create the title. The first one is introduction. Then the second PowerPoint is the next question. The third PowerPoint is the next question. I won't always frame them in question format. You know, the questions just help me to understand and get to the learning process as quickly as possible for people, the way people learn. So basically, each one of these questions turns into a PowerPoint title. Again, not necessarily in question form. And then usually what I'll do is I'll wait till the next day. This is just part of my process, okay? I'll wait till the next day when I'm fresh, and then I'll start fleshing out each PowerPoint page with all the details for that question. And it might be 2 to 5 pages per question. Sometimes it can be as long as 10 pages per question. But if I've gone 10 pages, I probably could break that up into 2 or 3 questions. And then typically I'll take a break, and I'll come back and I'll get some stock photos to color up the PowerPoint, because I don't want it to just be text. So I'll make sure that I've got good photos in there that add to the content. It gives people something to look at. But almost all my courses are PowerPoint based, because I found that I could explain and express things much more quickly and more efficiently in PowerPoint. And I don't mean just text. Sometimes I'll do screen sharing. So I'm sorry, screenshots, where I'll go in, like, let's say I'm teaching how to run Google Ads. So I'll go into the Google ad thing, and I'll take screenshots and I'll pop it into the PowerPoint. And instead of actually going live on the site, sometimes it's more efficient to use screenshots with arrows pointing in the right place and showing them how everything works. And then other times you might just go to a website and actually, you know, walk them through a demo. I'm doing that quite a bit as well. So, but the bottom line is, by doing that, you can get an hour and a half, 2 hour PowerPoint done. Typically it'll be between 60 and 90 slides. you can get that done in half a day. I mean, in a few hours, you know what I mean? And flush it out.
You can get that done.
Yes, yes, no, you can get that done.
I don't know about me, but
I believe you guys can get it done.
Such a great
I believe you can. Yeah, I think you can get it done.
That's from an American president, I guess. Okay, but okay, that's a great tip, Dave. Really, but every question will be then a lecture or not, or when you say
each question turns into a lecture.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll actually go in once the PowerPoint's done. I just record it in a screencast format with my microphone and everything, and that's quick. I mean, once you get into the flow of recording, it'll flow pretty well, you know. And the main thing that I find people kind of where they stumble is they feel like everything has to be perfect. I can't say I can't stutter a little here and there. I actually feel like if you do that, you're more real to your students, and your students appreciate that. You know, they get it. They get that you're not this perfect robot, you know, that just says things, you know. Now, some people want to be that way, and that's fine. But I think for me, I'd rather get the information across in as natural a way as possible so that they grasp it. You know what I mean? So that perfectionism, man, that's a killer.
Well,
that will hurt you.
If I understand you well, you cut paste probably the recordings, but you're not going to brush it up to have
right.
everything really clean in the
That's right.
Okay.
You know, let me compare this to music. Okay, I used to when I grew up, I was into this hard rock, heavy metal music, right? And they would have these albums where everything was so perfectly produced and so clean, and the music was just perfect. And then you go to a concert and they don't sound like that, right? Because it's live, it's raw, it's real, you know? So I'd rather lean towards the live, raw, real format than, even if it's got little mistakes and stuff, but I'd rather make a live album is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I follow you, because it's all about the experience. And
right.
When you go to a concert, you can't compare the experience of a concert with the recording of a disc. It's right. A complete different story. In fact, I can perfectly follow you there, Dave. Yeah. Well, I'm out of questions.
Good.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Johan.
Yeah.
Great.
I know. You know, I like to give people nicknames, so I'm going to give you a nickname. You don't mess with the Johan.
Yeah, that's muscles from Brussels, but that's Erdal. Erdal, it's from Brussels. So I'm the second one from Brussels.